Well, hi there, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I guess that'd be just about everybody, because you didn't watch my first video, did you? Anyway, my name's Elmo. Elmo P. Farqwarth. Now, those of you who did watch my first video, you know I was born in Seattle. Well, I didn't grow up there, though. I grew up in my daddy's hometown of Dearborn, Tennessee. Dearborn, ain't that a great name? Wondering how the founding fathers come up with that one. A couple of guys, more money than they know what to do with, got themselves a jug of some Tennessee homebrew, and they're sitting up on the side of a hill one day. One of them looks down in the valley and goes, "Hey, look at down there. That'd be a great place to build a town." Other one said, "Yeah, we could do that, but we did it. What would we call our town?" First one go, "Oh, I don't know. I'm sure we could come up with some kind of a, well, would you look at the horns on that deer down there?" Second one said, "What deer? I don't see any deer." "Well, take another hit off this jug." "Oh, that deer. Boy, he does have some big horns, don't he?" "Hey, that's what we could call our town. We could call it Dearhorn." That's what they did. Dearhorn's kind of a small town. Of course, anybody over the age of 6 knows that deer do not have horns, they have antlers. And the cow that those two men were looking at, well, that belonged to the McCleary family. They got a farm just north of what's now downtown. You know, that cow lived to be 14 years old. Imagine that, 14 years old. A lot of people cried when that cow died, I'll tell you. They cried because some of them had to eat roast beef. We ran out of steaks. Anyway, that's our town. Oh, that reminds me of a joke. Oh, it's funny. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Dearhorn's kind of a small town. We got a population of 104, and that does include the chickens in the mayor's front yard. We have to include them in the official census because they're the only ones in town who are gainfully employed. Mayor, you can't, there's a name for you. Mayor, M-A-Y-O-R, mayor. Mayor may not do a damn thing once he's elected. Yeah. Sometimes think he'd selling eggs from them chickens is his business, and he's just mayor as a hobby. Well, we do have our, typical small town people. Like, Miss Eloise DeFalco. She's the town gossip. Of course, she ended up pawning her binoculars and trading it in for a subscription to Crossword Puzzle magazine because nothing much goes on in that town. Of course, there was a time that she found out that the bank president was having himself an affair. Like I said, Dearhorn's a small town. It turned out he had to have an affair with his own wife because there wasn't nobody else around. Well, a while back, town council decided they was going to do some improvements to our town, maybe get us some tourist people come in. So they bought them a traffic light. I don't know why. We don't have any cross streets in that town. It's just one long road. So they hung it up about halfway through town in the middle of the road. Of course, there wasn't no money in the budget to maintain it, so I think it was, summer '65, bulbs all burned out of it. It's just hanging there now, but it's kind of fun to look at sometimes when the wind's going. They did think for a while about putting them in a stop sign to replace the traffic light. And they found out there's only 3 people in town can read, and none of them own a car, so they didn't do that. Speaking of cars, a few years back, the sheriff got him a brand new car. First time ever he'd had a brand new car. He climbed behind the wheel of that thing and just sat there revving that engine up. Just vroom, 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 vroom. Till somebody reminded him that we used up 2 years of the entire law enforcement budget to buy the car, and he was going to have to wait till the 3rd year to afford to put gas in it. He didn't do that, though. Like I said, Dearhorn's kind of a small town. They accuse us of rolling up the sidewalks at night. Yeah, that's not true. Now, we have a gardener who comes into town once a week, weeds out all the weeds out of it, and rakes the dirt back all real nice and straight and flat. Everybody likes that. And it's one of them small towns that, well, the welcome to Dearhorn and come back again signs are on the same post. Yeah, I know, that's an old one. I just thought I'd throw it in there. Well, as my wife is so fond of saying to everybody, we live right out by the lake, so if you're ever out by us, why, drop in. I know, that's an old one too. I just thought I'd throw it in there. Anyway, there ain't much more to tell you about, so get at it, everybody. I am a non-attorney spokesperson. Oh, don't start that crap again. We're done. Just shut the damn thing off.